And let me check on a couple of things if there's anything else that popped up. Okay, none there. All right. Okay, so while I wait for some feedback there from Gene, just want to recap a few key things, right? So goals metrics, we have some numbers that we are pushing for,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's this slide right here. Now, a couple of things. Lauren did set some, she'll have some tasks for you guys to take home with you and prepare there on your end. What I wanted to set the tone for the next session, we're going to talk about a couple of key things on the next session, okay? So now that we have an idea or a framework of what this website's going to do and our set metrics, okay, some of you guys are in different niches and different markets. So I want to give you a frame or a guide on how you can verify that the market or industry you're in is a good target audience or it's a large enough one to monetize. Okay, if you need a niche, again, you can't go wrong with it. A financial journey type of website and blog, which is a good place to start, will quickly jumpstart your website and your blog, or at least having a component to your site about that, right? Otherwise, if you are looking at other niches, other environments, other markets, and if you're a business owner, what markets to identify, what are topics that you can blog about, talk about, so that at the end of the day, you know you can monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you can monetize it because not all markets and topics are big enough or there's a large enough target audience. So we're going to give you guys content on what you can do to evaluate your market, what to look for, key metrics like how many people are searching for it online on Google, okay, where to go to get some ideas on your product or your website. I shared some of it earlier, but we'll go through it in more detail step by step as you build out or start to formulate what your website's going to be about. In the meantime, you will need a couple things in order to get a website up and running and started, okay? There will be some links below on some vendors that we do business with that I currently use in my business and the other contributors on this section. Check them out so that you can get your website set up and some great domain names. A couple of suggestions and clues as to what's upcoming. I recommend that you have a domain name that has the keyword that you want to rank for. So, Gene, if you are in the, for example, if somebody types environmental scientist blog watershed or watershed blog, okay, that's the keyword that your users are typing in, environmental watershed. So the website should be environmentalwatershed.com or something along those lines. If you want to be a real estate investor and you want to get found for sell my house fast, I recommend a domain name with your keywords in it. It will help Google rank your site, right? The whole part about, you know, having a fancy abccompany.com website, you can add that later on. This is for the purposes of ranking on Google, getting on page one, how to get found, and so that you can gobble up some of those domain names because they are media properties, they are digital assets that you can turn around and worst case scenario, resell, break even, or even turn a profit on. Gene says, yes, you're on the right track. Mine is very similar to what you found. Appreciate taking the time during this call. Seems kind of hard to tie products into that type of site. You know what? It might be. But again, we'll help. Once we get to the product and service side, it'll be a whole lot easier. In the meantime, our first main goal is getting a website together, and you have some vendors you can check out below or that we'll send you in this post. And focusing on building up your subscriber list, right? Why do I like to start with subscribers as opposed to the product? Here's a pretty cool analogy that my mentor shared with me. You know, building a product is like buying tires when you don't have the car, right? So the main vehicle that makes this all work is the subscribers. That's the vehicle that's going to launch all this and put some money in our pocket once we can monetize it. Once you have that list, okay, everything else will fall into place, or at least that is the easiest place to start. If you get hung up on the whole product side, you know, it may take you months, years. I see this as a common mistake with bloggers, with internet marketers out there, is that they get hung up on the product side and the service side, what to offer. right? Let's start with the list. That's how I did it. That's how I transitioned in 90 days to get a profitable website and blog started. And that's what we're going to be passing on to you guys.
Yeah, what I just thought for Gene is maybe, he can definitely have the blog talking about the expert, but maybe if Gene, you're interested in more affiliate things, in addition, basically it's building out your passive or supplemental income. It's what are the people that are interested, like if you're in this environmental thing, that to me seems like you care about the environment. Maybe, do more of a blog on ways to take care of the environment, and then that would be your niche to get people in, and it would be people that are wanting to do well by the environment. That's the people who would be reading your blog. So maybe not specifically on the legal side of things, but just, hey, that's your job, but you're all about the environment. You attract people to your blog about the environment. You build your list of like-minded people, and then your affiliate things are environmentally friendly products that you personally use. And that's a different way to kind of think about it. So it's not specifically on your job type or that part of the business, but you can bring in your interest with similar like-minded people.
Correct. So bingo. All right. So I don't want to get too ahead of it, but definitely get the resources and the items as part of this post taken care of. Lauren's going to have some stuff there for you. You're going to need, your domain names, hosting, and a couple other things set up in place. So check out the banners below and the recommendations on what we're using, so that you can quickly get something started up and apply it onto our next session. Gene, while I do have you on this session, I just wanted to again touch along the lines of what Lauren mentioned earlier, and here is a nice example of green affiliate programs.
Cool. That's awesome.
Can you see it, Lauren?
Yeah. Very cool. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, right? So again, green affiliate programs. This is what's out there, and with your background in the field as a scientist, that is your unique point of view as part of your blog, right? Mm-hmm. That is what you bring to the table. That's your life experience, both from a knowledge standpoint and expertise, and actual field experience putting this to work. So your blog would carry more authority as opposed to somebody else that has no scientific background or that doesn't even care about the environment or green products, because there are online internet marketers that will promote this because it's profitable, but they have no interest in the environment or what the product does. You are bringing the passion component to it, which makes it a whole lot more exciting and interesting to follow along. So awesome, guys. So we're going to talk about market validation on our segment tomorrow, okay? How to analyze your market. Is it big enough? Is it monetizable? Mm-hmm. Those are the two main questions. We're going to apply some tests, okay, to your market, to your niche, to make sure that you can make money and that it is big enough. All right. I'm going to take things further. All right. We're going to talk about possible markets, and then we're going to start to talk about branding. So just like how I talked to Gene about having a unique voice to your blog and how to set that up, or a perspective onto how to analyze it, we're going to talk about establishing your brand as well. Give you a framework to go off of. And that should be good for now.